Welcome to WICB News 3 at 10 with Alex Susi and Jason Boyd. And tonight's top story is Donald Trump doesn't do too well at the Republican debate, trouble in Syria, and also there's problems arising once again all over Chicago near the Red Line.
We're also tracking a heat wave that's coming our way, and the Cubs get a big win as well, Jason.
But first, the Red Line is under siege with shootings happening all over Chicago, and the Red Line stopped. Local residents are scared to go to the Red Line, and the police say to be careful. We have Lori on the story at the Red Line at 35th.
Hi, this is Lori Martinez reporting from WICB News Team. We're covering the story on the recent shootings that have occurred on the Dan Ryan Expressway as well as the Eisenhower Expressway. Police, of course, have enforced a new operation called Operation Ryan's Hope. This is to help curb expressway shootings that have recently occurred. The goal of the operation is to aggressively patrol the roadways to help ensure the safety of motorists and improve overall roadway safety, with the focus on seatbelts, distracted driving, speeding, and driving under the influence. Okay, how do you feel about the recent shootings on the Dan Ryan?
Well, I don't know very much about them, but I think it's just kind of disturbing to think that you could just be driving down the road, minding your own business, and you might get shot.
If more witnesses can come forward and give information on what they see, this would help significantly in the investigation of these shootings. The shootings have been occurring any time of the day or night. There is no set pattern. Police are conducting more traffic stops and seatbelt checks and have increased enforcement for the late hours.
People need to be focusing on school and not focusing on shooting and who they don't appreciate and who they don't like, because life is too short.
Well, I think that's crazy because it's like so many people who get on the train and get on the Dan Ryan, and it's crazy for somebody to be shooting at them.
Any information that you have pertaining to these shootings, there is a $1,000 reward being offered. Please call the hotline at 1-800-883-5587. Once again, that hotline number for Operation Ryan's Hope is 1-800-883-5587. This is Lori Martinez with WICB News reporting for Operation Ryan's Hope. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Lori. Wow, it can really be dangerous out there. Alex, don't you ride the Red Line to work every day?
I do, Jason, and it's been kind of scary, especially the way going home. It's nice to see police taking action and doing the right things.
Well, I'm sure the police are doing their best to find out who the perpetrators are.
Speaking of the police, Jason, they may be in a little bit of hot water of their own as locals are complaining about police brutality. Our own Gerald Britz is on the scene.
A disciplinary agency is recommending that a Chicago cop acquitted of criminal charges in the 2012 killing of a 22-year-old woman should be fired, the Chicago Sun-Times is reporting. Dante Servin was off duty early in the morning of March 21, 2012 when he fatally shot Rekia Boyd. The Independent Police Review Authority notified Police Superintendent Gary McCarthy of the recommendation on September 16th, police said. Servin argued with a group of people in the Douglas Park neighborhood on the south side, authority said. He said a man pulled a gun and approached his car. Servin said he was in fear for his life and fired over his shoulder at the group. Boyd was struck in the head and died the next day. The city settled a wrongful death lawsuit with Boyd's family. The man who Servin said was armed was carrying only a cell phone, authorities said. The Cook County State Attorney charged Servin with involuntary manslaughter, but he was acquitted. Since the acquittal, civil rights groups have protested at Chicago police board hearings, calling for the city to fire Servin. Cops shooting unarmed citizens has been a too regular occurrence for the last few years, several of them high profile, such as the cases of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, Freddie Gray in Baltimore, Maryland, and Walter Scott, whose South Carolina shooting by a cop as he was running away from him was captured by a citizen recorded on his cell phone. Regular citizens also had their opinion on this, and I asked several of them of their opinion on the subject.
Well, with the police shootings going on right now, I think it's kind of like this is unacceptable. I mean, with Richard Sherman comments last week when he was just saying like we need to address Black Lives Matters, he is correct. But however, I kind of disagree with him on the fact that when he said that we need to address the issues of black on black crime first. No, we got to get to police brutality right now because they think they above the law, and right now they just taking their power to a whole nother level.
I think police brutality is it's horrible, man. Us as taxpayers, we shouldn't be paying taxes to the people that's beating or killing us, man.
When I think about police brutality, Let's see. It's hard to say because it's such a controversial topic. I do believe they think they're above the law. Like they take it way too far. They don't know what they're doing. But I think they do it out of fear more than likely because, like,
the police do think that they are above the law. I guess a gun and a badge will get you pretty far.
So one thing is clear. Everyday citizens are tired of police thinking they're above the law and won't face consequences for their actions. But McCarthy has 90 days to review the recommendations before deciding whether Officer Server should be disciplined, said Anthony Genealogy, spokesman for McCarthy. Reporter for WICB3 News, Gerald and Brits, now back to Jason and Alex.
And hopefully we can get these things cleaned up.
Definitely in our city, we've seen a lot of, recent things, and hopefully, like you said, we do get it cleaned up, Jason.
Absolutely. Well, up next is Donald Trump gets upstaged. Don't go away. We'll be right back with WICB News 3 at 10.
Hey, Jason, looking like you're having a bad day.
Yeah, man. Things just aren't going my way.
Here, have a Shasta. And have a fantastic day. Hey, Ebony, you looking down today?
I'm okay, but it seems like something is missing.
Yeah, have a Shasta. And have a fantastic day.
Have a refreshing ice cold Shasta and have a shantastic day.
Hey girl, Lori, look at my hair. It's a mess. And I'm late. What am I gonna do?
Girl, you gotta try this product, this Garnier Fructis. It is the best product on the market. I totally recommend it. Here, try some.
Oh my God, at this point, I would try anything on this hair.
Here. That'll take care of the flyaways.
Okay.
And then this product adds volume to your hair.
Okay. Definitely need some volume. And
Sure.
something. Oh my.
I can't get over how wonderful this product works so beautifully for your hair. It's so soft.
I know.
And gorgeous.
It's perfect. I love these products.
I love it, girlfriend.
Now it looks like we are ready to hit the town.
Let's go.
I whip my hair back and forth. 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 Show me how you twist it, take it, and get magic. Tell me how to roll it, stack it, flip it, crush it. Show me how you snack it, hack it, crack it, cream it. Tell me how to share it, dip it, dare it, dream it. It's an Oreo and you can eat it anyway. If you want it, you can do it different every single day. Hey, it's so easy to let your imagination go when you play with Oreo.
Welcome back to WICB News at 3. Tension in Syria. Alex, you've been reading up a lot on that, or writing a lot about that.
I have actually. Jason and our production team has a very special video put together. There's been a lot happening in the recent weeks with Russia, the United States. So let's go ahead and get into that Syrian package.
But the peaceful protests were met with brutality.
What began as a series of peaceful protests against the repressive regime of Bashar al-Assad has turned into a brutal civil war. Over 100,000 people have been killed. Millions have fled the country.
4 governments in Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, and Yemen fell. But in Syria, the revolution stalled.
What you have in Syria is 4, 5, 6 wars going on all at the same time. It's a war against the population of Syria against a regime. It's a war between Saudi Arabia and Iran that both want their own hegemony inside Syria. It's a war against Hezbollah, the Lebanese Shiite militia, against ISIS or Al-Qaeda or Sunni fundamentalist jihadists. It's a war that involves Turkey, that is also on the side of the nationalist rebels. And it's a fight between the United States and Russia.
Resolving the conflict in Syria may take time, but providing relief for refugees requires immediate action. The Syrian civil war represents the greatest humanitarian crisis of our time. and stresses fault lines that have defined years of turmoil across the Middle East. The U.S. will have to work with its allies in the region and beyond to try to contain it.
All right, Jason, and that was a very interesting video, very well put together, fellas and ladies, and it's just a lot of different inhumane situations that are going on over there, whether it be Russia yesterday started bombing, the Syrian, the Free Syrian Army, which is on the United States side. We are giving them arms, supplying them ammunition, things like that. But it's just, for the last 4 years, there's been, over 6 million people have had to leave Syria, and that's about 6/10 of the whole population, Jason. And if you look at pictures, man, it's in ruins. Almost all the cities are in ruins, and it's just a real shame. And honestly, I'm not sure what the United States is doing, if we're even doing enough as far as what should be going on over there. Do we need to send in troops? What's your opinion, man?
Well, absolutely, Alex. To me, it's so weird that now, at this point in time, in 2015, we're talking about Russia getting involved in bombing and attacking again. It seems like Putin is trying to go back and recreate the Soviet Union. It's really scary because the Soviet Union builds back up, and they want to be a hostile country. It's something that the United States definitely would have to deal with, whether through sanctions and hopefully not through any military action.
And a lot of criticism has fallen on President Obama, and a lot of this has to do with, I should say, as well as the next president, Jason, and a lot of that has to do with, obviously, the next president, and some of that has been decided. Earlier tonight, there was the Republican primary, very interesting stuff, and you had some interesting thoughts and a video on that as well. Why don't you go ahead and give us a little insight on that as well?
Well, I just have to wonder who the next president's going to be, whether it's going to come from the Democratic side or the Republican side. Tonight's debate had a lot to do with that. Donald Trump was leading the race, but Carla Fiorina has something to say about that. And it was great to hear from what the party had to say.
And, she really stood out, Jason, as well, and you can see that on the video.
The Republican primary race is heating up on the heels of tonight's 7 p.m. debate from the Ronald Reagan Library in Simi Valley, California. The debate featured the current Republican frontrunners, Donald Trump, Ben Carson, and Jeb Bush. The rest of the who's who of the Republican leadership to join the party included Carla Fiorina, Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, John Kasich, Rand Paul, Scott Walker, Mike Huckabee, and Ted Cruz. After the first debate, August 6th, Donald Trump and Ben Carson were proclaimed the winners by most pundits, and they are leading the polls by a large margin at this point. After tonight's debate, there is a new candidate that has made a name for herself. No candidate helped themselves more than Carla Fiorina, former CEO of Hewlett-Packard and the only woman in this year's race. Fiorina fired back at Donald Trump when asked about Trump's recent comments about her appearance in Rolling Stone, where he alluded to her face being unelectable with this response.
It's interesting to me. Mr. Trump said that he heard Mr. Bush very clearly and what Mr. Bush said. I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
Fiorina used finesse when handling Donald Trump, but was not afraid to go on the attack when coming after Planned Parenthood.
As regards Planned Parenthood, anyone who has watched this videotape, I dare Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama to watch these tapes. Watch a fully formed fetus on the table, its heart beating, its legs kicking, while someone says we have to keep it alive to harvest its brain. This is about the character of our nation. And if we will not stand up and force President Obama to veto this bill, shame on us.
Statements like these appeal to the socially conservative Republican base, which is key to winning her party's nomination. Fiorina's handling of tonight's debate earned her great applause and just may have given her relevancy in this race. From here, Donald Trump and the rest of the candidates will lick their wounds and get ready for the next debate in October. Now, maybe we have another player in the Republican Party, Carla Fiorina, making a name for herself tonight. I was glad to see some new blood out there debating. We'll be right back with entertainment and weather, traffic, and later sports.
Teasing, name calling, threaten to cause harm, spreading rumors about someone are all forms of cyberbullying on social sites like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Can I ask that you raise your right hand and take the pledge? I am against cyberbullying.
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 I am against cyberbullying. I'm against cyberbullying.
It's a late night show. You're listening to Root on Root.
Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Okay. Coffee?
Yeah. You got a show turning up.
Oh. My word.
Use this. This will work fast. My mom's been using this for years.
If that our family, I can attest to it, Kofi. You'll feel much better.
Welcome back.
It works. Yes, the Kofi I know.
When coughing keeps your family awake, there's Vicks Vapor Rub.
Welcome back to WICB News 3. So, I know you're a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, Alex. You watch all his movies. You've seen the Terminator movies. I know you're always talking about Arnold this, Arnold that. He's kind of a hero of yours, right?
That's right. He really gets me going whenever I go to the gym, whenever I need that final pump. You know, Arnold's always got it for me.
Yeah, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger myself. And as we all know, he's a great actor. He's a great performer. And well, Carla has some big news on Arnold's future. Here's Carla with entertainment.
And hi, ladies, that 70s star Wilmer Valderrama has been cast as the voice of Prince Charming in upcoming animated fairy tale Charming from Shrek producer John Williams, opposite his real-life girlfriend, Demi Lovato. Charming encompasses what happens when Snow White, Cinderella, and Sleeping Beauty discover that they are all three, in fact, engaged to the very same Prince Charming. A love quad indeed. Valderrama has been deemed the very first Latin prince represented in an animated fairy tale. I'm definitely looking forward to watching this twisted plot unfold. Here's another twist. Movie star turned politician Arnold Schwarzenegger will replace mogul turned would-be politician Donald Trump on The Celebrity Apprentice. The former two-term California governor, though he's not a billionaire like Trump, is actually a good fit for the show, scheduled to return for 2016 to 2017 season on the NBC network. Tweets point to the fact that Trump has railed against immigrants from Mexico, and he's actually being replaced by an immigrant from Austria. What a small world. And speaking of a small world, Beyonce and Jay-Z are about to become homeless in LA. You heard me right. The home they've rented since February has been sold. They have to be out lock, stock, and barrel in 60 days. We're told the couple is already on the hunt for a new dwelling in Beverly Hills and Bel Air. Nothing but the best for Blue Ivy. And once again, Kanye West has ignited another frenzy. West's Adidas clothing line has been turning heads and has caused a major ruckus in the industry. Now, as you recall, just last week, rapper Immortal Technique likened the clothing line to something out of Star Wars. Another rapper has also voiced his opinion as well, calling it a future slave gear. New York streetwear designer Ann Bolen slammed Kanye as unethical after he added his runway show to the New York Fashion Week schedule at the very last minute, forcing her to reschedule her own presentation. Kanye has yet to address the situation. I'm Carla J with WICB3 Entertainment Tonight. Back to you guys in the studio.
Hi there, Ebony Fox here. Nationally, we are experiencing a heat wave all over, guys. Temps in Illinois, high 90s. In Washington, 90s. Down in Florida, mid 80s. But in Cali and Arizona, unusually high heat, 102 to 107, particularly in the West where our food is grown. It's been really rough. Also, they are experiencing extreme wildfires as well. We have more on this story.
These are the conditions firefighters are facing on the front lines. Flames shooting closer and closer to homes in Washington state. The National Guard has moved in, bracing for a monster day tomorrow. Winds expected to kick up dramatically.
Hopefully this can be resolved soon. The morning's going to be a scorcher. Starts off a very hot 95, cooling off at noon to a very comfortable 82. Chances of rain, 40%, humidity 65%, and a very nice day in all. Tonight's low, 70 and clear. Tomorrow starting off a warm 89. By noon, peaking to 93. Tomorrow night low of 70 and clear. 37% chance of rain, humidity 62% with a wind gust of 12%. Again, another gorgeous day. For your 5-day forecast, it just looks simply great. Steady warm weather, upper 80s and 90s. Saturday and Monday, make sure to take your umbrella with you so you stay dry. Anticipate rain both afternoons. But Sunday, if you're planning to attend the Bears game, it's going to start off very, very hot, 95. Then cool off in the evening to a nice 74. Enjoy your week, everyone. I'm Ebony Fox with your WICB weather.
It seems like it's going to be a great day, a great 5 days of weather. You have the Bears game, great Sunday. It's going to be really nice. I'm definitely going to take my kids out this week. It seems like it's going to be really nice.
You know, Jason, you're absolutely right, and I'm going to go ahead and just walk around the bike pass, I should say. Check out the beautiful scenery, the beautiful women, and you know, the city of Chicago is just beautiful right about now, and you know, that was a very interesting forecast, and I'm definitely going to be outside the whole weekend because it does look good.
Yeah, a great day, a great week for Bears football, great day, or a great week for Cubs baseball. Beautiful all around.
Yeah, no question, Jason. I think that the weather will just absolutely play into the Bears game if you're going into that, and the Cubs game as well. You won't have to dress up too much this weekend. Obviously, you just saw that, and it's always nice being outside, especially at the Bears game. You know, with everybody else when it's very, very nice out. And fortunately, it's early enough in the season where it is still beautiful out.
All right, well, we will be right back with WICB News 3 at 10 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
Sabile, a taste of the islands with papaya rum that makes a difference.
Hello, what can I get for you?
You got Malibu rum?
Malibu rum?
My favorite.
No, but I get the best rum in the island. It's called a Seville.
Sabile.
You will love it. Let me get you one.
Well, all right. Looks good.
You're gonna love it.
Every animal's life is important, no matter what they may need or where they come from.
We here at the Humane Society specialize in the rescue and rehabilitation of stray animals in cageless, no-kill environments.
We adopt dogs, cats, rabbits, and the occasional guinea pig to provide shelter and medical treatment for unwanted and abandoned animals, while also helping to find loving adoptive homes for them.
Be sure to like the Humane Society page on Facebook to find the shelter nearest you and get more information on how you too can become the happy owner of one of our loving animals.
Hi, my name is Lori Martinez, and this is my dog Oreo. We adopted her from the Humane Society in 2013, and we're very lucky to have her.
And you can also help save animals in need by becoming a humane hero and donating just 60 cents a day. Head to humanesociety.org for more information.
Welcome back to WICB News at 3, or WICB News 3. A big win for the Cubs tonight. How about those Cubbies?
That's right, Jason. A big win tonight, and our own guy Dalen Jeffries has that story as well, and he's always got it covered.
Dalen?
Jason. Hello and good evening. I'm Dalen Jeffries, and tonight in Chicago sports, the Cubs continue their impressive play, winning their second straight game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. The win brings their season record to 84-61 and puts them within just 3 games of the top wildcard spot in the National League. Jake Arrieta went 8 innings and finished striking out 5, but received no decision after the Pirates tied the game on a fielder's choice in the bottom of the 8th inning. Arrieta continues to make a strong case for the National League Cy Young Award, earning his 17th his season ERA to 1.96. Unless manager Joe Madden rearranges the rotation, Arrieta likely won't take the mound for the Cubs again until Tuesday when they take on divisional foe Milwaukee Brewers. As expected, the Cubs likely will face the Pittsburgh Pirates in a 1-game wildcard playoff. Whether that game will be played at home or on the road is still to be determined. Joe Madden is a potential Manager of the Year candidate. On the other side of town, the Chicago White Sox have struggled most of the year, but were able to bounce back today from an embarrassing 17-6 loss to Oakland last night. The offensive power was in full force as the Sox jumped out to an early 3-1 lead, following home runs from Carlos Sanchez and Jose Abreu in the first and third innings, respectively. An impressive 6-run fourth inning that included a 2-run homer by Mike Oak and a 2 RBI double by Melky Cabrera propelled the Sox to a 9-4 victory. With the win, the Sox lead the 4-game series 2-1. They will take on the Athletics again tomorrow at US Cellular Field in the 4th and final game of the series before heading to Cleveland to face divisional rival Indians. In football news, the new Bears regime has officially taken over in Chicago. Though if you watched their Week 1 game against the Packers, you may have thought you were watching a replay of the 2014 performance. The Bears dropped their home opener against the Packers Sunday, 31-23, after leading 13-10 at half. Jay Cutler's fourth-quarter interception solidified the win for the visiting Packers. And though ending in a loss, the Bears did have some bright spots as their new run-heavy offense resulted in 141 yards on the ground and a touchdown for 8-year running back Matt Forte on 24 carries. This has been Dalen Jeffries with your WICB Sports. Back to Jason and Alex in the studio.
Welcome back. Really great time of year to be a Chicago fan.
Definitely.
You have the Bears winning. You have the Cubs winning tonight. The Bulls are starting up pretty soon. Really excited to see Derrick Rose do his full thing. I'm sure Dalen will have a big story on that maybe later in the week or later in the month. Excited about it.
Yeah, definitely, Jason. You know that Dalen's D. Rose's guy, so they're definitely going to have some interesting interviews as well, some personal touches in those interviews, and he always does a great job, Dalen, that being in his interviews as well. And like you said, it is a very, very interesting time, very good time to be a Chicago sports fan in general, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. This is Alex Susi. I'm Jason Boyd, WICB News 3. See us on our next broadcast tomorrow morning at 6. Good night.